A few things from this day. Our team is already meeting in Turkey. We started with the Turkish side in Ankara. Key security issues that are so important for our countries. Reports every hour. We hope that today's further opportunity at the meeting with the Russian side in Istanbul to take the right steps will not be wasted. We are determined to continue working for the release of our people from Russian captivity, for the return of our Ukrainian children, for a real ceasefire. The priority is to prepare a meeting of leaders, and our delegation has the necessary strength to do so. Directives for discussion of the main issues. Today, we have been preparing for the next stage of the exchange all day. We are waiting for our people at home. It is very important that despite all the difficulties, Ukrainians are returning home. And for each name, we conduct checks, looking for all the information. There have been many cases when guys were on the list of missing persons, but we found them in captivity. Every time we check all this very carefully. Of course, there were many meetings with government officials and law enforcement officials. In fact, this is how my day started. The NABU, SAPO, EMB, NAPC, and SBI spoke in great detail. Prosecutor General of Ukraine. It was important for me that everyone gave their arguments and vision. It is important that they told each other what had been pent up for a long time. I really appreciate the agreement on teamwork, on further joint work, and on measures that can really give a sense of inevitability of punishment, and therefore justice in Ukraine. We agreed that the heads of the institutions would jointly propose an action plan, a plan of concrete steps that could strengthen the rule of law in Ukraine. Of course, everyone heard what people were saying. These days, what do people on social media say to each other on the streets? It's all short-sighted. We analyze all the concerns, all the aspects of what should be changed and what should be intensified. I will propose to the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine a draft law that will be the answer, that will ensure strength in the law enforcement system, and that there will be no Russian influence or interference in the activities of law enforcement agencies. And what is very important, there will be all the norms for the independence of anti-corruption institutions. And I look forward to specific proposals from our group of heads of law enforcement and anti-corruption agencies, from the Prosecutor General of Ukraine, and to the rules that should work. This will be a presidential draft law, and we are implementing it as part of our strategy to transform the state. Today, I signed a decree to reduce bureaucratic procedures and conduct an immediate audit of public spending. I expect the government of Ukraine to deliver concrete results within a month to direct the maximum of our state resources to the defense of Ukraine and the resilience of our country. We are also preparing tangible steps towards deregulation to give people more freedom. We're all right. I thank everyone who supports us. And the most important thing is not to lose the unity of the country, to end this war, to stop this Russian evil, and to ensure a decent peace for Ukraine. And exactly as we all see it as a full-fledged part of Europe. We will do it.
Забезпечить силу в системі правопорядку.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.